Hello there, and welcome to the weekly Outside Views report on Northern Irish politics. The Department of Health would ask for respectful public debate on the future of health and social care services. Communities rightly value local services very highly and are fully entitled to strongly advocate for their retention. However, vigorous debate should not spill over into personal abuse and vilification. Likewise, questioning the honesty or motivation of public officials is not acceptable, they say. It is a reality of modern medicine that every hospital in Northern Ireland cannot provide every hospital service. This has been set out in detail in the relation to general surgery by the Northern Ireland-wide review published by the department last June. Some medical specialties require larger catchment areas and a certain level of patient numbers. This facilitates greater specialization by clinicians, better recruitment and retention of staff, and more durable and safer care. Securing the optimum distribution of hospital services, the right care in the right place at the right time, is an extremely difficult and challenging task. The Department for the Economy has published a statistical bulletin, Essential Skills Enrollments and Outcomes in Northern Ireland from 2017-18 to 21-22. This publication presents a range of analysis regarding the numbers and characteristics of those enrolling and qualifying in essential skills in numeracy, literature, and information communication and technology, so-called ICT, since 2017-18. There have been 133,026 enrollments in essential skills over the past 5 years. Since 2017-18, 45,832 individuals have participated in those 133,026 essential skills enrollments and achieved 80,000 qualifications. After several years of decline, essential skills enrollments increased in 21-22. The 21-22 academic year saw increases in essential skills enrollments and participants. For a variety of reasons, including a dip in the 16 to 19-year-old population, the main age group taking essential skills, improvements in GCSE grades and COVID-19 related grading arrangements or restrictions, the number of enrollments fell each year from 30,000 in 17-18 to 23,000 in 2021, before increasing by 0.5% to 23,900 in 21-22. Prisoners in Maghaberry have mastered the delicate art of crocheting to make tiny hats for premature babies, blankets for the elderly, and scarves for homeless. The sentenced prisoners, nicknamed the Stitch in the Time Gang, have crocheted more than 80 items to be donated to local hospitals, nursing homes, and homeless charities. Prison officer Melanie Green hosts weekly crochet classes. Maghaberry Prison is the only Category A prison in Northern Ireland and also operates as a remand prison for all adult male prisoners in the country. It accommodates a range of sentenced prisoners such as life sentence, indeterminate and extended custody prisoners, separated prisoners, fine defaulters, and civil prisoners. The Department of Health has praised the sustained and ongoing work across the health and social care system to mitigate winter pressures. Health services remain under serious stress in Northern Ireland and in neighbouring jurisdictions. Measures in response to the pressure include a focus on reducing ambulance turnaround times outside hospital emergency departments. Management information for January 23 shows the progress that has been achieved on this front in recent weeks. In the first week of January and the last week of December, 1 in 6 ambulances had turnaround times of over 3 hours. This fell steadily over the course of January, and by the week 22nd to 28th of January it was down to 1 in 40. This has freed up significant numbers of ambulances to respond more quickly to calls in the community. Compared to October to December 2022, the equivalent of close to 5 crew shifts have been freed up per day since January 8th. More than 11,000 people have already benefited from fully funded training through the Skill Up initiative. Funded by an investment of up to £23 million from the Department for the Economy and the Northern Ireland office, Skill Up is fully funding local further and higher education providers to deliver more than 20,000 training places in over 300 subject areas for accredited qualifications ranging from level 1 to level 7. A celebration event was held at the Mac Theatre in Belfast to highlight the success of the initiative to date. Provisional Northern Ireland Local Authority collected municipal waste management statistics for July to September 2022 have been published by the Department of Agriculture, Environment and Rural Affairs, the DAERA. This statistical report is updated quarterly and contains provisional information on key measurements of local authority collected municipal waste for councils and waste management groups in Northern Ireland. But there's a lot of detail in there, but I want to give you a few key points on this. Northern Ireland's councils collected 249,575 tons of waste during July to September. That's a 9.5% decrease compared to July to September. During July to September 2021, 51.5% of waste collected by councils was sent for recycling, 0.8 percentage points lower than the recycling rate for July to September in 21. The landfill rate for waste collected by councils was 22.8% in July to September. That's a fall from both 71.8% in July to September 6 and 23% recorded from July to September 21. Almost a quarter of waste arisings were sent for energy recovery in July to September 22, which was higher than the 21.7 in the year before. In the longer term, energy recovery rates have increased from 0.1% during July to September 2009. Household waste accounted for 86.5% of all local authority collected waste during this period. The recycling rate for household waste was 52.9% in July to September 22, similar to the rate recorded during the same quarter of 21. The landfill rate for household waste was 21.8%, which was lower than the landfill rate of 23.5% recorded in the same quarter a year before. And I know there was a lot of numbers in the end, but I just want to give you a quick overview here because there's some stuff locally and regionally that you otherwise never hear about. And so I just quickly put it in. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.